Good afternoon. Joining you today from my living room. I shared a video last week, the week before, on some of the something fun and cheap that we picked up just to try. Jury is still out. We're playing with it. But I thought it would take some time to show you guys some of the other things that we've built up over the years for our family, different at-home therapy tools, things for exercise and mobility. And I hope you guys will share as well. So put what you use in the comments. What are some things you've found that are helpful to you for your exercise? Yeah, let's share. Before I start showing you some of these things, a couple of precursor thoughts. Please do not take this out of context. I am not teaching a class right now. I am not promoting any of these. I don't get reimbursed like referral marketing for any products if you see a product name. And I am not advocating for a particular product for you. I can't do that. I shouldn't do that. Not at the very least. Unless we're in the context of a consulting session where it's acknowledged that I'm working with your body and I have a whole lot more information about you and your body before I'm applying any kind of movement to it. So with that said, I do have a brain that does a lot of different therapy work and body work and different things with people. So that language as I'm sharing will come out, but I am also being very careful and will add, this could cause problems for this type of person. This is just showing you what we've used, and I would even adjust it for myself on different days depending on what I'm feeling and how my body's doing. So common sense, and not claiming this to be just educational sharing. I hope you guys share too. Not trying to teach you any one thing and say, yes, this will work for you. If I say that, I mean it in a general sense of this could possibly be something you might look into with appropriate guidance and feedback. Okay, cool. First one, I call this the puddle. Ba-bum. It's inflatable. We can sit on it, stand on it, get all kinds of motion through the back body, hips, ribs, larger or very small. It's great for helping with scar tissue and little micro adhesions that build up and down the spine. You can also stand on it for strengthening. The more air that's in it, the more wobbly it is, the less air you sink down. So you won't see my feet in this, but I could stand on this. If I'm exercising years later and my hip won't go out, I could do it like on one leg. Or I might just softly, stably stand it on two legs, and I can bounce a little bit. Very gentle, pulsing motion. I can pedal on top of it with my knees. It's pretty versatile, and the kids love to play around on this too, safely holding onto an object like a chair or otherwise, and using that to just help passively strengthen. Without a lot of thought and planning or a program, I can just stand on it, and it uses the vibration and the jiggling to naturally strengthen some of the muscles. Another one that we picked up very early on is circular TheraBands. They don't have the knots in them from your typical therapy tool. These are becoming more and more popular. This is the extra light, and a case usually goes all the way up to conveyor belt heavy. You can pass that to a spouse or other family member, or occasionally use it to pull yourself up out of bed because you need something to hold on to. But these are very nice for any place on the body. I started these very early in some therapy progressions with a PT for shoulder stability. And we would do very simple, basic, and this is standing. I do this on the floor first for full back support. I do not put my body up against walls because that's more bracing. You don't want to just pin your back to something and push into it because our spine curvature isn't in neutral. On the floor, you can move your hips. You can find a neutral position with the curves of the spine. So we'd go like this and just do tiny little passive rotations. This one is more it's minimal activity, an actual therapeutic exercise from one PT, or little bounces for fun, and then we'll also do it long with arms down. These can be, you can pull them, put them on hooks, put them around ankles and step. We've used these for all sorts of things, myself and our kids, and it's nice to have one around without uncomfortable knots that pinch and pull on your wrists and legs. The next one I have is, once I got strong enough to start adding a little bit more weight, I was looking for an object I could hold that wouldn't hurt my fingers. A lot of weights have too small of a grip, and it's very uncomfortable on the palm. So I did some looking around and found these cool weighted yoga balls. Days like today where I've got more neck issues, even this is too heavy, but there's sand in it. With a little bit of room, they're kind of squishy too. You can get them, this is a 2 pound, you can get them lighter. You can get 1 pound, 1 pound balls. And these can be, let me be careful, let me just hold them like this. Pull, weight, move. Sometimes I can go through like some martial arts motions, and this little bit of extra weight, it does not take a lot for our bodies to get stronger. It takes very little. You do not have to go pound it at the gym to get muscle tone and strength with our condition. You really don't. So I mean, sometimes I'll like juggle. This is great for the wrists, but I can hold them. If I just can hold it and hold them while I'm walking around, paying attention to not pulling my shoulders down in a nice neutral shoulder position, and they don't hurt my hands. I can hold on to them with a large grip. I really like these. I wish I could use them more. The weight on the neck is still a lot, but it's a backup. We might toss it back and forth. The kids will play games like this, or we can toss the weighted ball. That's a fun one. Last couple things. Squishy, more squishy balls. This one is called, this actually I will mention the brand Corrigus, the Corrigus brand. It's because of the material it has. There's other tools that do this, but this one has material that it's not too cold. It also doesn't heat up uncomfortably, and it grips, so it's not really slippery. And you can have it really deflated. You can sit on them. You can lean on it and have it support part of your body. You could put it on your belly and get kind of a gentle viscera massage, breathing into it. They're also very easy to pop out the plug and inflate. And then the full ball is just a light version, but it's incredibly light, so you can't lift and like toss one of these. Just getting some motion, tossing a regular ball. You can roll on them, you can balance and support, and hold it out in front of you. Do some gentle upper body rotations here. What else could we do with these? All sorts of things. Let's say I want to exercise my knees a little bit. This is big, so I'd have to have a wider stance, and I might just like squeeze my knees in. You could also deflate that. You really you wouldn't want it as puffy at all for a regular knee stance. And you could do this standing. You could do this laying down on the floor, have it on your knees. Hold it in your feet. Grab it with the feet. And then extend like, hey, I can pick up the ball. I can put it down. I can pick it up. I can put it down. Helping the legs stay in alignment. And I'm just supporting, woohoo, the upper body. bigger demos. If you guys want more info, you can come to any of my classes and movement classes. We'll work on a few different things, support and dynamic movement and therapy. We try to keep it fun. I'm really about keeping the joy in the activity and the exercise as much as possible. And if something hurts and causes you pain, don't do it. Our bodies don't learn well in pain. They need to be in comfort. And there are some things we have to do to get over the pain and fix the pain. But usually therapies and they put us through a whole lot more than we really need to get better alignment and to get strength. You don't need as much. So here's my last one. A giant wedge pillow for a slight upright comfortable spot to lay on, or to flip over on my belly and read on my stomach with shoulder support. So, comment below, show us some pictures. What do you use in daily life? How do you get exercise and mobility and EDS in your house with your family in fun, easy ways?